It was October 1st, 1994. It was a celebration of 35 years at KDWB as the Twin Cities' #1 hit music radio station. If you heard it, now is your time to relive it.
Love to his tonic and gin.
The 1994 KDWB 35-year reunion featured the talents of Sam Sherwood, whose son, Tim Sabian, is now more famous than he is. Lou Riegert, who, disguised as mild-mannered TV news reporter Lou Waters at CNN in Atlanta, was once a KDWB DJ. Chris Roberts, also known as Hardly Worth It. Mark Anderson, when Mark speaks, the room shakes. Donald K. Martin, newsman for KDWB, WDGY, and The World. Bob Lang, a Twin Cities radio veteran, gracing the mic at KDWB, WLOL, KSTP, and KLSK. Where hasn't this guy worked? Barry McKenna. This guy's been in the Twin Cities market so long he's running out of new on-air names. Chuck Buell, who, after all these years, can still do it. The Truton Blue, who's been consistently #1 in San Francisco. When Truton Blue worked on KDWB, he could have run for mayor and won. Domino Rippey, who has never delivered a pizza in his life. Don Michaels, who has finally gone over the rainbow, declared himself the wizard, and now works for Radio Oz. And Bobby Wilde, who defected to country music in San Francisco, but called anyone who couldn't be there in person. Now, let the memories begin as KDWB morning personalities Dave Ryan and Lee Valsvik launch the 35-year reunion at 101.3 KDWB. From Channel 63 to 101.3, celebrating 35 years of playing the hits. KDWB-FM, Richfield, St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Here we go again, here we go again. More music, more fun, more swinging, more #1. KDWB, Channel 63.
41 degrees on the Jackson Ross program.
Hi, Mommy listens to KDWB.
KDWB, Radio 63.
KDWB, St. Paul, Minneapolis, with a fury of constant winners. 12 o'clock midnight, and I'm Bob Lang.
The rock of the Twin Cities. KDWB.
KDWB with a flight of the Cosmic Phoenix. I'll tell you, if days like today came 5 o'clock, I am the true Don Blue.
KDWB.
Hello, Twin Cities. Cadillac Jack in with 12 in a row. Boy, wonder. Greg Thunder stuck to the air chair.
The Twin Cities. Hot rockin'. KDWB.
101.3 KDWB. It's me, John London.
Almost the weekend, Friday afternoon with Michael Knight.
KDWB.
Jerry Dixon, you jamming the box.
KDWB. Returns to Estopoulos Music. Let's do it.
35 years of radio history.
Nobody plays more music. KDWB. KDWB.
Good morning from Mike Butts.
I'm Mr. Ray.
It's me, John London. That's Charlie Foxman.
This is Michael Christian. 35 years of radio history.
KDWB.
I love
Celebrating
that.
35 years of radio history. 101.3 KDWB. That was the first song we ever played on KDWB back in 1959.
But wasn't it in French, Sam Sherwood?
Yes, it was.
How are you?
I've got my aluminum walker out there at the curb.
You're looking good. You're looking good. Yeah.
Yeah, a new colostomy bag for the opening here. It's just great.
It matches the shoes. The colostomy bag matches the shoes, which I think is
Louis
really nice.
Riegert would have been here, but he locked himself in the bathroom. You know how it is.
Listen, Sam, you were on the original air staff at KDWB.
Yes.
That's why you're kicking it off this morning. We're going to start with songs from 1959 and move all the way up to 1994 all day long today.
The first guy that went on the air, the first disc jockey, and I don't know whether anybody remembers this, but if people are in rest homes and nursing homes...
Have a really good memory. Haven't lost the memory yet.
Yeah, and had the shock treatment in the chest. Hal Murray was the original morning disc jockey. Then I came on at 9 to noon. Then Bob Chastain was on from noon to 3. And then Phil Page was on afternoon drive.
Phil Page.
Yeah, Phil Page left the market because he was talking to his girlfriend when he thought his wife was passed out on bourbon. She came to and hit him in the back of the head with the bottle.
No way, really?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was the end of Philzy. With the scar, he left town.
Sam, how long were you with KDWB?
10 years.
10 years.
Yep.
Now, the first day, tell us about just a little bit about the first day of KDWB's existence. Give us something that we should know about this.
The first day, everybody, all the disc jockeys went to disc jockey school, Chuck Blor's disc jockey school. You had to be an entertainer. I was a Stacks of Wax Bound to Sound kind of guy that went in and learned how to be an entertainer.
All right.
And Don French was the first program director. God rest his soul. He was the most brilliant man you ever wanted to meet, the most warm individual. And between he and Chuck Bloor, he taught us all how to entertain on radio.
Something. Lee and me, Dave Ryan, and Pat Eberts are all kind of humbled by you guys' presence.
No
we're
kidding.
kind of looking around here going, yeah, we suck. We shouldn't be here.
Last night we had a cocktail reception, and I ended up, and Tom Bernard from KQ showed up because he worked one day for KDWB in 1982.
In 1982, yeah.
So he showed up, and we're sitting and we're talking with Tom and True Don Blue and Sam Sherwood, and I'm like going, oh, wait a minute.
See, wasn't it great for Tommy to show up and
awesome.
Dave Hamilton
From KQ, all those guys, because they all started, and worked around here.
Everybody started at KDWB. Everybody did.
There's just a great affection for this radio station, and for 35 years, you look at all the radio stations that have changed formats, all the things that they're all doing, and this radio station is the old stick in the mud doing the same thing they did 35 years ago.
Still doing the same. Just
but isn't that
get a
great?
new act. Yeah.
Isn't that great?
I wish this morning this was TV, because I want you to introduce a friend of yours that was on the original air staff, because if this was TV, you'd recognize this gentleman. Lou, come on over here and grab a microphone over back there.
Here you go, Lou. Take mine.
Where are the damn cameras?
Where are the damn cameras? If you watch CNN in the afternoon, you know Lou Waters.
Lou Riegert was on the air as Lou Riegert. He was on from 6 to 9 at night, and now you'll see him on CNN as Lou Waters. Lou, why did you change the name?
I have no idea. As soon as I leave here, I'm changing it again to Lou Depp.
Now, you can't miss on CNN in the
hotel room.
You can't miss Lou on CNN in the afternoon. He's the guy with the wonderful, wonderful, bright white gray.
He's got great hair. Lou's got great hair.
Where are the damn cameras?
Because you got a great hair day today.
KDWB Radio in Minneapolis is having its 35th anniversary this weekend.
You're going.
I'm flying up there to Minneapolis. The only thing I've been able to get out of Flip so far about the weather is that they have mosquitoes this big in Minnesota.
Gosh, Flip, that's awfully nice
he
of you.
He leads a sheltered life. They're getting ready for winter up there, Flip.
Yeah, and that's why they're this big at this time of year. They need to eat a lot and hibernate. Listen, those of you who live in Minnesota, I just make this stuff up, don't I? I'm just making this all up, aren't I? Those of you who live in Minnesota, you know that's the truth. You know you have the largest mosquitoes anywhere on the face of the earth, particularly very late in the summer and the early fall.
I only had one kid then.
Well, we don't want to know how many you got now.
Now, 5 which are known.
All right. There you go.
No, I have 5 wonderful kids, and 2 of them are in the business. Timmy's in New York and Philadelphia, and Sammy is with NBC in Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
And 2 hot kids.
It's a state of Minnesota proclamation, whereas radio station KDWB celebrates 35 years of playing the hits and providing a public service to the Twin Cities, and whereas the slogans changed from Channel 63 to 101.3, but the KDWB call letters have been synonymous with hit music, and whereas...
Don't you love the
wordy guy, isn't he? Beyond the music, countless legends from the radio industry have been heard over KDWB airwaves, and whereas KDWB has been a major part of life for generations of Minnesota families, and whereas KDWB has served the needs of countless civic and community organizations, and whereas, to celebrate this impressive milestone, KDWB is welcoming back to the Twin Cities former employees.
You guys.
Us guys.
Wow.
To show appreciation for having been part of the history of the radio station. I guess that's the reason for the cantaloupe tray out there.
Yes.
Now, therefore, I, Arnie H. Carlson, Governor of the state of Minnesota for God knows how long more, do hereby proclaim October 1st, 1994 to be KDWB Day in Minnesota.
Yeah!
All right. KDWB Day.
Wow, segue. 12 seconds, 6, 7. What the hell do you do from here? My name is, oh, God, how fast it goes.
Yeah, time goes by.
Ever since the explosion. Sammy Sherwood.
The last time I appeared on this station was December 30th, 1962. Lou Riegert and I got in my car, and we drove to beautiful downtown Minneapolis, and I got married on that date, and I've been married to the same girl for 32 years. But Lou Waters.
Why didn't you bring her with her on this trip?
I should have.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going out of town, Julie. Out of town, sorry. No, it's all guys.
This is, and we used to say in the old days, KDWB, remember the FCC said you have to, for a period of about a year, we had to say KDWB Lake Elmo. Also, occasionally serving Minneapolis and St. Paul. Remember? And it was required by law. We had to do it for a year. High today is 63.
Now, this is Paul Hedberg. Paul Hedberg was on the air. He told you when he was on the air, and he got married. When Louis came in and said Paul went and got married, I said, Louis, son, I got to talk to you for God's sake. And they met at a party, and it was the most beautiful meeting that ever began. I mean, that's a wedding made in heaven.
It was out at Walter Tershwell's farm near Lake Elmo.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Walter Tershwell is the guy that got the news bulletin, that got into the mobile news unit, KDWB mobile news unit, and he just bought a new Avanti. Remember those new Avantis?
Oh.
He put that baby in low gear and swung that thing around the parking lot and sideswiped his new Avanti. Studio.
Tershwell has Coke bottle bottoms for glasses. That explains that one.
Ooh, is it cold? Ooh, is it hot? Ooh, what's the kind of weather we've got? Ooh, is it wet? Ooh, is it dry? What's with that big blue, beautiful sky? Ooh, is it crisp? Ooh, is it warm? Ooh, is this the calm just prior to the storm? Is it gonna be blowing? Here's the brand new KDWB Climatological Survey.
Yeah, good morning. Saturday morning. Paul Hedberg here on KDWB from beautiful downtown Lake Elmo. Going to be a great day. High today of about 63. Northeast winds about 10 to 20. Tomorrow becoming partly to mostly cloudy, so enjoy the day today here on Channel 63.
Are you in a home?
Thank you. No, I'm in an apartment.
Anybody that knows me either has an aluminum walker or is taking oxygen. No, Charlie Boone was on CCO, and the temperature was 63, and he says that's easy to remember and shows how indelibleized that number is.
Yeah. Every 10 seconds we heard that.
Oh, yeah.
But we got to give away a prize to the first person who can say, what was KDWB before it became KDWB on Channel 63? We got to give away a prize. What were the call letters before it became KDWB? We'll give you a big prize. Okay, what were the call letters before it was KDWB?
It was WISK, and before that was WCOW.
That's right. Yeah. So we're going to give you a T-shirt. We're all going to sign it and autograph it. And Sam Sherwood, you worked at both places. You worked at WCOW, WISK, and WISK.
Yeah. And they were around 1590 on the dial originally.
Yeah. I'm man of many words.
And affiliated with Mutual. Sorry.
He can still say South St. Paul.
South St. No, I can't.
Hang on a second, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, you get the three-piece suit with embroidered on the back, KWDB.
So we have a song by the Shirelles. It was number one in 1960. Let's play that.
Okay.
Like Hillsville.
Ooh, wow. I didn't hear it.
Sam, that's where you talk. I heard
ooh, wow.
That's when you talk.
Art said ooh, wow at the end. I didn't hear an ooh, wow.
Well, you're hard of hearing, pal.
Well, hey, I'm 35 years we're celebrating. And I'm proud that we're all 35 today.
I think Sam is 63, isn't that right? You're the same age as the station's...
Yeah.
No,
Thanks, Paul.
This is KDWB Lake Elmo, also occasionally serving Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Yes.
Hey, Sammy Sherwood, I'd like to have you listening to KDWB, Sam Sherwood. Like it.
Marvelettes.
Marvelous.
The Marvelous Marvelettes. And we'd like to introduce Donald K. Martin, who just filtered in. Hey, Don.
Hi, Lou.
Donald K. Martin, when Lovable Lou was on 6 to 9 p.m., Donald K. Martin was the world's greatest newsman.
Yes, I was the world's greatest newsman.
And now I am.
I thought that was... I lost the position somehow. Do you do news anymore? Oh, well, if you have an opening.
Here's some news.
Don't you hire Catholics? Probably still.
Lou, what are you doing now?
What am I doing now?
What do you do? I mean, after you left KDWB, what are you doing now? I mean, I kind of lost track
I work for CNN, pal.
Oh, I see.
Wow.
CNN, yes.
National star.
Yeah, I use hairspray every day.
Lou always wanted to be a star, and now he is a star. But the star spelled backward is rats. Remember that.
Chris Roberts, KDWB.
Here she is. This is Little Eva. This is that dance that's been a brand new dance 3 different times.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
KDWB, celebrating 35 years of radio history. Hi, I'm Chris Roberts, and on my left is Bob Lang. He's joined us here.
Wait. How can you be so doggone loud and peppy in the morning?
Oh, hey, it's
he sounds like a boss jock for sure, doesn't he?
Hey, there's Mark Anderson. Hi, Mark. How you doing? Well, we're 3 here, and as I mentioned just a moment ago, that particular song, written by Carole King, who was on David Letterman a couple of nights ago, has been a brand new song on 3 different occasions. First time was with Little Eva. And who did the second? Who had the second version?
Lawrence Welk. And then it was covered by
Grand Funk.
Grand Funk.
Grand Funk.
Grand Funk. And then more recently, in the last 10 years, it was who was that? Kylie Minogue or somebody like that?
It's come out 3 different times on the 3 occasions that you changed your name.
That's right. That's right. I'm the only guy to get fired from KDWB 3 times, returning again each season, like Harold Stassen, actually, only under a new alias. First as Lord Douglas in 1971 as Chris Roberts, and most recently as Hardly Worth It. All right, I'm looking down the list of guests we have coming up here. Probably around noon. TDB, True Don Blue, and so many other voices you'll remember from KDWB 63. Chuck Buell's in the other room. He'll be in here shortly, and later returning to accept his Lifetime Achievement Award posthumously, Jackson Ross.
Walk it all the way up.
All right,
here we
KDWB. Golly, Bob and Mark, we're apparently this season's Boys of October. We won't be hearing the crack of the bat again till Tanya Harding gets reorganized.
Bang.
You like my shirt here today?
I love your shirt.
Yeah, this is one of those circa 1974 KDWB.
Nice
sounds
cartoon
like
on
a bitch politically Yeah, it's
sounds
very
like
politically correct.
What? What?
You can't say that on the radio.
Buzzy was giving us a lesson on how to say the call letters. KDWB. But he did it while he was waving it had to be about a 42-inch Bowie knife underneath Cruz and my and Rob's nose, right? And you can believe me that we did start saying the call letters the correct Buzz Bennett way after that. And I remember as soon as we got done with the meeting, we closed the door and Rob and I and Blue looked at each other and said,
it's about time to start sending those tapes out.
You got it. 63 KDWB. With the Rolling Stones, going to be here December 11th. Big concert. Going to be fun.
Be sure to join KDWB's John London this Saturday night for the Party Zone live on KDWB at the Bird Nightclub in Maplewood.
You know, John's going to be there broadcasting from 9 to 1, and he'll have tons of cool KDWB prizes to hand out.
For more information, call the KDWB Fun Phone at 340-1013. And more of KDWB's 35th anniversary reunion continues next on KDWB.
35 years of radio history.
KDWB.
Celebrating 35 years of radio history. Miles of memories. And my girl, here's a tip.
I am the true Don Blue. Hi, Craig Hansen. KDWB, Kevin Tyler, and
35 years of radio history.
KDWB.
5 years of radio history. Bullet Bob Lang here, Chris Roberts, Mark Anderson. And, before we take our turn and leave here, guys, I think we should thank the management, the program director of KDWB for inviting us here.
Isn't that fabulous?
It's really...
Hey, we're not leaving.
You're not leaving yet.
Oh, not leaving yet? We got to keep on going? Okay.
They'll drag us out of here kicking and screaming.
This is, actually a program director's answer to what you do on the weekend. It's
get a bunch of old jocks together and turn them loose.
It's songs that begin with vowels done by people that have traveled through the Twin Cities. Weekend, we're doing the 35 years of radio history.
20 triple plays.
Yeah, fun stuff. Mark Anderson and Bob Lang and Harley Worthett right here, about ready to surrender the microphone to a voice you'll no doubt remember from back in the early 70s. Chuck Buell, he's a hip-hop happening in the house kind of dude, now part of the #1 program in the country, the Federal Witness Protection Program.
We were going to talk about something that every radio station should have at least every 20 years, and that's a fire. And in 1969, KDWB burned down. This is out in Woodbury at the original studio out there on Highway 12 and Radio Drive. Ron Block was working the afternoon shift on Sunday. And the way we understand it is that Ron smelled something.
Ron was always smelling
Jack
something.
Walsh, the engineer, was out in the tower fields taking tower readings because he just switched power for the nighttime array.
Right.
And he went over into the in the transmitter room, and he saw smoke kind of circling around the ceiling over there. Like a true jock that he is, he went back and segued into the 2020 triple play jingle record without, breaking format. And then he investigated some more. And then he found out that, hey, we're on fire. This is no kidding. Somebody called the fire department. And he put on Na Hey Hey Kiss 'Em Goodbye by Steam.
Which was so apropos, wasn't it?
Yes, and that was it. That was the fire.
If I remember right,
What fire?
What fire?
What are you guys talking about?
By the way, this
Here's
is
True Down Blue.
True Down Blue. I'm Barry McKenna. You may know me by Barry Seward. Maybe you won't from years.
I know.
A plethora of stations after this. But yeah, I remember you called me, Mark. I think you called me and told me that the station was on fire. I said, the station's on fire. And we drove out there. I think you were due on the air, weren't you?
Well, I just lived down in St. Paul, just down the road at the time. So, I was there quickly. Rob Sherwood actually saw the flame, or saw the smoke and trucks, and he was nearby. So it was like a reunion. Everybody's there just watching the place burn down.
I want to say Barry Seward, but it is, I guess, for now, Barry McKenna celebrating 35 years of radio history. I got True Down Blue to the left of me and Chuck Buell to the right of me. How you doing, guys? KDWB. KDWB, hi, Barry McKenna here with True Down Blue and Chuck Buell. Chuck Buell, the man that fired me from KDWB on New Year's Day, 1973. Put her there, buddy.
And Happy New Year once again. I think that's probably the best thing that Chuck ever did.
Well, it's just a thing. If that's the way you feel about it.
What are you doing now, Barry?
Absolutely nothing, and that's why I had the time to come over here.
Still doesn't have a job.
Chuck, you flew in from Chicago, man.
That's right.
Good to see you. But over at Ouija, they always wore the suits and the ties, and as a matter of fact, for a while, I think they had Nehru jackets. The KDWB was like the tough guys on the street.
You know what, though? We ended up in Nehru jackets also. We all had.
Did we?
When I first got there, they bought everybody a Nehru jacket. Mine was blue, and it had. No, we were just talking about this the other night because I had a blue. It's like the shiny stuff, and I had the cuffs that hung out. The little ruffles.
Oh, really?
That I actually pinned in there. What a.
How nice.
You were so trendy at the time.
It was such an attractive outfit. I couldn't stand it.
I remember the story you were talking about suits and all that the rumor was that when they went in on a day off, even to pick up a paycheck, they had to wear a coat and tie to get through the front door.
Let's slam Ouija!
Yeah, right. Well, we did then. Why not now?
Well, the good news, the good news is there a WDGY anymore?
No,
I think not. Is there a KDWB?
Yes, there you are.
Right. How long has it been here?
For a long time.
How long is it?
I think 35.
Unbelievable. Well,
by the way, we want to give a lot of credit to Tom Gary and Mark Bulkey, the program director here at KDWB, as well as Mark Coleman. They're the guys behind the scenes at this great radio station of 1994 that to help put all this folder all together.
Look out, here it comes.
Yeah,
Barry,
I just like it, and of course I owe them all money, but that's okay.
Don't blow this, Barry.
Okay. KDWB. I have to talk a little better and hit the postman
way.
Judy in the sky.
Date.
Barry McKenna. KDWB.
Buell and Barry McKenna back again, celebrating 35 years of radio history at KDWB on the weekend. Oh, yeah. Help me now.
Get your motor running.
Yeah, folks out there at Radio Land, I just want to tell you, if it wasn't for Barry, I wouldn't be at radio.
Oh, yeah? Where are you right now, Scotty? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm listening to you guys. just having a good day.
Rating 35 years of playing the hits. KDWB FM, Richfield, St. Paul, Minneapolis.
It's 12 high noon, and it's great to be back. KDWB. Chuck Buell, you got it all. And with all the great hits that we're remembering, I mean, you put 35 years into this one weekend. It's almost too much to take. Remember this? How can you forget? Jackson 5, and I Want You Back. Chuck Buell here with you, along with Don Blue and Barry McKenna and so many others. If you joined us earlier this morning, you heard the history kick off as it should with guys like Sam Sherwood, Sam the Milkman, and the rest of the guys that kicked this station off 35 years ago. And what's fun about it is I hope you're enjoying this, whatever era was important to you, because this station was important to a lot of people that did so many wonderful things. We were talking earlier about some of the groups that obviously the station was proud to bring to town.
Saji Khan,
among others. Do you recall the one we also did when we did one of the first listener appreciation days with Dr. Hook?
Yeah.
When they were starting.
Cover Rolling Stone and
Sylvia's mother.
Sylvia's mother.
Yeah.
Sylvia's mother said.
There's a great #1 song that you don't hear much anymore.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
You know, you just don't hear enough Dr. Hook.
That's right.
Only 16 was another one. It was in Chuck Buell's backyard, I think.
You know what? Midway Stadium, we had the, remember the police benefit softball game
with Mickey Mantle and
Billy Martin.
Yeah. I can remember running out. Mickey was like on first base,
right?
And I'm thinking, this is the biggest day of my life. It's Mickey Mantle. I remember running out to center field or whatever, and as I ran by Mickey, I went, Mick. Hi! And I looked at him and he went,
Mickey Mantle and
hardly stand
and
up.
Billy Martin that afternoon. I was on the air from 3 to 6 that day,
right.
Which, what a great shift. It's like going to lunch. I should do that. On the air from 3 to 6, though, and Billy called in. He was supposed to call in and kind of hype everybody up because the game was that night at 7:30. And so he calls in and he's, hey, Don, how you doing? Ready for the game? I said, Billy, where are you? Is Mickey Mantle with you? Oh, he's right here. I said, where are you? So we're at the airport. I said, well, good. You know, the game's in like 3 hours. He goes, okay. I said, what airport are you at? New Orleans. And they did not get there for the beginning of the game. We had 5,000 people at Midway Stadium. It was a big benefit for a police officer that had been shot, remember?
Officer Sackett.
That's right. Remember that? So it was attended by the mayor was there, everybody was there. So finally, Mickey Mantle and Billy Martin drive up in the limo about a little after game time started. We were doing everything to postpone the start of the game, and finally we started the game. And Mickey's at first base. Billy Martin is playing shortstop. I'm playing second base, and somebody hits one, and I dive and I make this catch, and I'm laying there like at the feet of Mickey Mantle, who's going, hey, good catch. And I'm going, Mickey Mantle is telling me, good catch.
Yeah,
I think that was the high point, I think, of my career.
Really?
Yeah, the radio thing really had nothing to do with it.
That's right, but there's a lot of things like that. Not only for what was in here, but for people who were listening then, or those stuff like that, or those Appreciation Day, or the concerts, or the... Oh, you know what? Another thing we have to talk about is the River Raft Race.
Oh, baby!
KDWB celebrating proudly 35 years of radio history. Chuck Buell. We're at 1969 with Sly and the Stone.
Right. KDWB was the reason that all of those sports existed.
The radio station started all of the stuff. And it's going to continue for another 35 years. And that's what you're with as we celebrate 35 years of radio history. Don Blue, Barry McKenna, me, Chuck Buell, most importantly, you. Thanks for being with us, and stay with us all weekend long. 63, which some of you remember, and I have to admit that I only read about in my broadcast history books. Chuck Buell back for 35 years of radio history with BJ and CB.
I can't stop this feeling.
KDWB, we're celebrating 35 years of radio history. Things change, things remain the same. Remember, this was #2 song in 1970.
Hey girl, I'm
Good afternoon. It's the True Don Blue, Chuck Buell, Barry McKenna, Barry Seward, Barry...
is this really KDWB?
Barry...
amazing.
It's FM now, which is amazing to me.
I can remember talking to the engineers back, in the early 70s and discussing FM. Because back then, the only FM stations were the beautiful music stations.
Closets. Little closets.
I remember a little Billy Dorweiler, the chief engineer, telling everybody at KD. Incidentally, KD, as kind of a spinoff here, I remember when I tried to get the program director, Dean Johnson, to call it Cudwub. Because Ouija had Ouija, why not Cudwub?
Yeah.
Cudwub.
I think that was the day somebody came in and showed you the door, Barry.
Radio history all day long. Glad you're with us, too, as we go back and bring back all the great music all the way up to the present. And right now, you remember this one? Don Blue, Barry McKenna.
Sugarloaf.
Boy, it's nice to...
Hey, by the way, I'll be at Cimarron today. We got to sell those homes.
Could be a deal.
I've got a 2.5-hour appearance from 2 to 4:30 this afternoon. So
and then Saturday night it's Don Blue at the fabulous Tom Tom Room.
Ready?
Green-eyed lady, lovely lady.
The studio.
Look at this, Jackson Ross. They wheeled him
Mexican
in.
weather forecast. It's chilly today and hot tamale.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
This is the guy. This is the guy. When I started at KDWB in
1919, I think. After the war.
1850, whatever.
Yeah.
This is Jackson. You trained me in on everything. You showed me where the bathroom was. You showed me what to do.
Yes. In mopping the floors, you do a beautiful job. No.
We had another. Who is the other semi-nude? Mike Butts. Mike Butts used to do mornings in a little thong thing. Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember he'd exercise, and we'd walk by and he'd be, and that's why his name was that.
You remember that
Mike
real
Butts.
well.
Yeah. I thought he was attractive. I thought he was.
He was. Really. I never saw his face, but
representative. Jackson, I think what we should do in honor of Jackson, everybody get yourself a piece of paper here. Would you just pass papers over here?
Okay.
Everybody have a paper.
All right.
Because Jackson would end his show. Of course, he was over at 3 and I would come on at 3. And so each day I would hear this just before I came on. Well, that about wraps it up for today.
Oh, that's real radio, isn't it?
It's been a kick for me to see. I was always in sales. Nobody ever heard me on the air very much. And I was the guy that sold all the commercials along with the greatest sales staff ever. It even beat the pants off of WDGY, Mark Coleman and all those guys over there. They followed us around town. It was incredible. And what an organization we had. Those were great days.
Yeah, we did big things. It was fun. It was
now
really fun.
that we're hearing Mike's voice, we know why he wasn't on very often. What do you want to be?
Oh, come on.
Mike, as long as you're still in sales of some, can you, I could use a Northwest trade of some sort. Northwest Airlines,
no,
you must know somebody.
I can't help you. I'm a stockbroker with Dean Witter now, but
I'll get that plug in.
We'll get Stanley. We'll get Stanley and Jackson on it, and I guarantee you one thing: you will get a Northwest flight to wherever you want to go. It's going to take you 15 hops to get there, but they'll get it for you.
All right, Mike. Thank you. This is only an hour show. Thank you very much.
Phone people. Okay, grab a line here.
Grab a line.
Hi, who's this? Hello.
Linda.
Hi, Linda.
And I just want to tell you that I have never enjoyed a radio so much listening to you. I'm not going to turn my radio off this weekend. This is so much fun.
What station are you listening to? 101.3 KDWB. You got to do the call letters first.
Oh,
Mark.
I'm sorry. That's right. Format radio. Here we go.
You know what's important.
I'm sorry.
KDWB, that's right. You get that out right away. Mark Anderson and the True Don Blue. By the way, everything's been going pretty well for me. I know you were just going to ask that. And it actually would have been much better, but somebody for about 8 years in a row ruined my show from about 5 to 7 every day. Rob Sherwood would come in.
Well, he'd come in, sure.
He'd come in and he'd lay on the floor from 5 to 7 every day, or 4 to 6, depending what time I was on and what time he would go on, and he would just talk for 2 hours. And as I'm trying to do a show, and the show would interrupt him, and he hated that.
Yeah. This is after we got the new carpeting in the control room.
Yeah, all of those years, it was just a little less than I could have been because of him, and so I thought we'd give him a call today. Hi, Rob. How you doing?
Just a minute. He's out on the ledge. I'll get him for you.
The line of the day.
Hey, Rob.
Don Blue.
Hello, Rob.
Just a minute. Don Blue. Don Blue.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Robbie, how you doing?
Just a minute. Let me pop a Prozac.
So he's fine.
What the hell was that song you were playing?
Treat Her Like a Lady. Remember Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose?
I skipped it.
Yeah, I think you did. It was in. Wait a minute. I was the music director.
You always passed over that one. Yeah.
It was in the hot box rotation. For God's sakes, you had to play it, didn't you? I guess not.
I skipped it.
I hear you. Rob, we miss you here. Everybody, we just had the Keisters on the phone.
John, I understand. Let's see now. I understand Mark Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah.
There he is.
Uh-huh.
Barry McKenna.
Right. Barry's here. Jackson Ross. Yeah. Let's see who else. Chris Roberts, in the room right now.
Oh my God, Chris Roberts.
Bob Lang. Bullet Bob Lang. Yep, everybody is here. You're the only one missing, as a matter of fact.
I never liked any of those people.
You know, I've got a picture here, Rob, of, let's see, I don't know exactly what year this was. Let me grab Mike Siegelman, the historian. Mike, what year was the
taxi?
Yeah, where you're in front of, it says English hospitality without the T. Rob Sherwood standing in front of the British taxi cab.
English car.
Right.
It's got to be, here it is right here, 1973, right there.
1973.
Let me tell you about that taxi.
Yeah.
Every place, well, first of all, here's the thing. They said, we'll get you a vehicle to drive every summer.
Right? I remember that. Yeah.
And then at the end of the end of the summer, weren't you going to give it away or something?
And then we'd give it away or do something, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
The first year, it's a dune buggy, and Mark Anderson wrecks it.
I didn't.
You did. You threw a rod on it, driving it like a maniac around the...
That was out in the Tower Fields. And then, do you remember at the drag festival when we tried to give it away?
Second year, we get a bus, a school bus. It throws a rod.
I didn't do that.
Well, I don't know. Third year, we get this English taxi. It throws a rod.
Yeah, but what was the name of the dune buggy? That's the big... Okay, wait a minute. Trivia...
I got it.
No, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I think we should take a listener. Can we take listeners on this? We should have a listener and see if they remember, because everybody in the room remembers.
The dune buggy.
Yeah, the name of it had a name.
I remember.
Here, I'll take a couple... Can we take these? Watch these.
At the same time.
These people are going to... Oh,
not at the same time. Rob will be disconnected.
You know what? The station hasn't changed a bit. We can't get two people on the air at the same time. There's a lot of people that were asking about you, and we just had to give you a buzz today.
Well, I'm in San Francisco, and I'm high on a hill.
High on the hill.
Not 2 blocks from where those little cable cars go halfway to the stars.
Get out of here. Rob Sherwood. What years were you here, Rob?
1969, April. To April 1974.
Rob Sherwood on KDWB. We're going to play this song for you, Rob. What? It's 25.
Or 6 to 4.
Or is it 6? Or is it 6? Or...
We never could figure that out,
25 or 6 to 4. And Chicago, 35 years of great radio from KDWB 101.3. And what were we back then, Rob? Rob?
63.
Oh, that's right.
That's easy to remember.
63.
Waiting for the break of day.
Rolling Stones at KDWB. Making a Play's favorite phone call, calling a Minneapolis resident, $6,300 to give away.
Hello?
Hello there, this is Don Blue, live on the air at KDWB, and I have got for you $6,300 if you can tell me the song that I just played. Can you do it?
Me? I don't know nothing about it, and I don't care.
Oh, well, that's that's a nice way to spend a day.
You don't know me or anything anyway. I don't know you.
The true Don Blue, KDWB.
Boy, thank God we still have that song around.
Hey, you're supposed to say the call letters first.
Sorry.
KDWB.
I just answered the phone with the wrong call letters. And in San Francisco, even now, every once in a while, I'll just all of a sudden just pop into Twin City weather.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
Low fog in the basin this morning.
Absolutely. Well, it's a little after 1:30 here. It is a wonderful afternoon. Hi, Twin Cities. How are ye? It's the true Don Blue. Ready? 101.3 by the way. Be looking for the KDWB buggy all over town this afternoon. When you see it, we're giving away 100. I'm just kidding. Not to worry.
Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock it.
101.3 KDWB. It's the True Don Blue and Mark Anderson here this afternoon. Got a guy. Could we go to the phones over here? Oh yeah. Oh boy. Now he's got it. Oh, he's looking. Hi. Who's this?
Gene Wolf.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Who's this?
Gene Wolf.
Gene Wolf. What's going on?
Used to be on the Ramblin' Raft race with you guys.
No
down
way.
At the Tom Tom Room.
The Tom Tom Room with True Don Blue in the Upper Division, back to the 50s rock and roll review.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you stand on your chairs?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody did.
On the tables.
On the tables, that's right.
Watch out for the backstabbers.
Oh, my.
What they do.
What you want now? KDWB in 35 years. By the way, if you're remembering with us and walking down memory lane, you might want to give us a call. Mike, what's that number?
99 KDWB.
Wow, he's got it covered on KDWB.
It just goes on and on.
I know. Well, we're not. Well, guess what? We don't.
It's the world's longest rant, man.
Okay.
It's just like heat wave.
So anyway, one day we're at the State Fair, all right? And it's an amazing thing. We started off in the natural gas house.
What they do?
20 feet.
You mentioned engineers, and I think Mr. Dorweiler, our old chief engineer, is on the line. Bill, are you there? Can you pop him up there?
Hello.
Hey, Beetle Boy.
Hey there.
How are you, Bill?
Hello?
Yeah.
Well, hello.
How you doing?
Oh, hey, I'm doing great.
Wonderful. Where are you, Bill?
Well, right now I'm on outside of Yelm, Washington.
Yelm?
Outside of Yelm, yeah.
Everybody yelm for him. Yelm.
Yelm. What are you doing? What are you doing there outside of Yelm, Bill?
Yelm? Well, we just built a lakeshore home out here.
You built a home in Yelm?
You got a home, Yelm. Is that a Yelm home?
Yes.
Hey, Bill, you remember, this is Barry McKenna.
I do remember Barry McKenna.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Isn't that nice of him?
That wasn't the party Matt.
You remember way back when, though, Bill, we used to talk about FM radio, back when KD was like, 63 AM, obviously, and you used to tell me, hey, listen, it's coming. FM is coming. Right now it's beautiful music, but it's coming and it's going to inundate AM in 5-10 years. It's amazing what a soothsayer you are, Mr. Dorweiler.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's here now.
Yeah, take it, Bill.
I think this is what we're doing right now.
Well, I have an FM out here, too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of people have them now. I have in front of me here the ad that obviously we put in the paper when we were going to go back on the air. 3 days after we burned down, I believe. It says, Holy Holocaust, we know KDWB,
that's easy for you to say.
Holy Holocaust. We know KDWB 63 is the hottest station in town, but this is ridiculous. We played Baby Light My Fire, and She Must Have. We're burned up but not out, and hooray, hooray, we're back on the air. Perhaps a bit primitively, but still solid and groovy. Thank God that was in there, huh?
Yeah.
Let KDWB 63 light your fire with Blazin' Jerry Brook was on the air then from 6 to 9. Flamin' Dean Johnson from 9 to noon. Ragin' Ron Block noon to 3. Torchy True Don Blue from 3 to 7. Red Hot Rob Sherwood 7 to midnight. And Glowin' Tony Glover midnight to 6 a.m. on KDWB 63, the station that sticks it in your ear. There's one we haven't done today.
Bill, you remember that after the fire we broadcast from that little trailer right out in front of the station?
That's right. I remember that. We got WMIN donated the trailer for us. It's their state fair trailer.
Yeah, it was
and we brought it out front, and we...
It's like when your school gets too big, and then you have to take a class in the trailer.
Exactly. And it was cold because it was in the wintertime.
Well, it's like only a little 14-foot trailer. Not very big, but...
I want to thank you for the shirt.
Oh, it's the least we could do. What shirt? Yeah, sure. I'm glad you like it, Bill. It's your size. It's a button down?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm wearing it right now.
Excellent. Great. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks
very good.
Great. Yes.
Well, it's great to talk to you, Bill. Thanks for tinkering around with the place for years and years.
Well, hey, say hello to everybody for
Shall
me.
do. There's a lot of history we're going through today with 35 years.
35 years.
Yeah, you were a big part of it.
My goodness, it's hard to believe.
Who is this? That's a Bill
Just step all over.
How would I know what's on? We've come a long way from under the warm of 63, that's for sure. And dream a little.
With KDWB. Here's a 3 degrees.
I was going to say 3 degrees.
You do the oohs and the ahs.
Been wonderful. Anyway, let's, how about we dream a little, huh?
Let's dream a little.
Saturday night's all right for fighting. Tonight, however, there's going to be a lot of hugs and different stories and all sorts of KDWB memorabilia moving around. And Mark, I must admit... Hello.
Go ahead.
I've never stepped on a vocal in my life. I have never done this in my life. I thought this was the album version.
Well, hang on.
I had no idea.
Wait a minute.
You know what? I'll
back that up.
I'll grab a different sign.
Rewind that tape.
Michael, you played the 45. What's wrong with you? You're
back it up and start over.
All right, you ready?
Okay,
Here we go.
that again.
Here it is, Saturday nights, all right for fight. Oh, did they change the song?
Yes. You ain't heard nothing yet.
Here it comes. Woo! Anyway, it's coming on to the end of our little era here today.
I guess so.
And I don't mean era, I mean error.
This is a special song that I put together just last night with the help of the James Walsh Gypsy Band and producer Dick Hetland at Cookhouse. With apologies to Joe Walsh. It's a song about you and me in 10 years here at KDWB. Of course, with my luck, it'll probably turn into a smash. I have to come back and do it at the Civic Center.
My radio show is one of the best. My rating's 50 ahead of the rest. I've been 10 years at KDWB. A living legend is old TDB. It's time to leave here, but it's time to move on. The Twin Cities have been good to me. Young girls and late nights playing up on the stage. I've got to leave town, they've all come of age. If I don't take this new job in L.A., I'll be as old as the oldies I play. It's hard to leave here, but it's time to move on. The Twin Cities have been good to me.
Well, I hope you liked it. I like 10 years here. Now, I don't have to say keep listening, I need the gig anymore, because I've had it and I've loved the gig. Twin Cities, thank you. From the true and stereo KDWB.
101.3 KDWB, celebrating 35 years.
35 years of radio history going down right now. Domino in with Don Michaels.
Yeah. Following True Don Blue, how do you follow up and act like that?
I don't know. I feel inadequate at best.
I felt that way for years.
Yeah,
but you know, there ain't no woman like the one I got. Here are the Four Tops. Don Michaels.
And Domino.
Let's see, I was there from 84 to 88. When were you there?
About, let me see, about 83, 82, 88.
Somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
80s was like the 60s to most people. To me, I knew I was there, but I don't remember a lot of it.
Now, they've been asking us for some, like, good stories. You got any good stories from when you were at KDWB?
I don't think we can repeat them.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Are we still feeling good?
Oh, I remember those jingles. That's when we switched from, they were doing sort of that the album rock thing, and
That's
they gave
right.
that up and went back to
Stereo
top 40.
101.
Oh, we got some nasty phone calls.
Yeah, in fact, I bet these guys are still getting phone calls.
Well, they were calling up and saying, what is this new KDWB? What is that all about? And just,
They knew something was up when we said new.
Yeah. You were going to do?
Love this guitar. They don't do it like this anymore.
Here's the part where he says, hey, come right about here. That's what I was waiting for, yeah.
Yes.
The Wild Cherry?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. 76?
Do it, funky white boy.
101.3 KDWB.
Olivia.
And that other guy. What's his name? What was his name again?
Benny.
No. John Travolta?
Oh, sure. Didn't you ever watch Welcome Back, Cotter?
You know, he's got a comeback now, John Travolta.
Yeah.
He's got that what was that movie? Pulp Fiction, I guess it's called?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like his big comeback movie?
You bet.
This would be like his third comeback in the last 10 years.
Maybe this one will work.
Be a little while. Doobie Brothers, great song. We're celebrating 35 years of KDWB. Don Michaels and
Domino and
who's this guy?
Hey, don't you recognize him?
Didn't we used to work for him?
Yeah, he used to sign our checks regularly.
Yeah, that's why he was a very important man.
We were always nice to him.
Very nice, as nice as we could be.
Mostly always.
He was the now. Lou, you were the what was your official
General
title?
Manager.
General manager.
General manager. Right?
That's right.
This is Lou Baran. He was our
the big guy.
The big guy. That's right.
That's how we refer to him.
He was the one that let us do the way we did it on the radio.
Not always by choice, but we did it that way anyway.
He'd walk by the control room every once in a while and go.
He had that look on his face. I don't believe you guys are doing this.
So we thought we'd bring you in here and see if you might have some.
Well, actually, I do have a story, and we were doing mornings at the time with Chris Edmonds. And Chris Edmonds was the actual guy who decided that I was going to be the big guy.
And then my wife was Mrs. Big Guy, and our son was Little Big Guy.
That's right.
And he would call us at about 6 o'clock in the morning when he went on the air.
Yeah.
And he'd say, "Hey, Big Guy, what are you doing?" I'd say, "Chris, are we on the air?" "Yeah, we are." "I'm sleeping." And he'd go, "Well, let me talk to Mrs. Big Guy." I'd say, "Hang on a second. Yep, she's sleeping too, Chris." "Okay, goodbye." And then he'd hang up, and that would be it. Well, of course, then we all got up. But he was quite a guy. And then the other thing that we did with him, too, is that when his wife, Elaine, got pregnant, we had 9 months of fetus updates.
That's right.
That's right. Oh,
he kept us all posted.
All posted, all
right
the
up
way
to the
through.
day of delivery.
Yeah, all the way through. So
He would have taken us all the way through.
I know it. No, it was great. I started here in 71 and was here 15 years. 15 years at KDWB. We just had the AM 76, 77, I believe, is when we got the FM.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been going great ever since.
I remember playing this song the first time it was out in 1976. Man, do I feel old.
Oh, man. The Four Seasons?
What, did Frankie Valli need some money or something?
No, he was playing this part of Spring in the Four Seasons.
I see.
Late December back in 63.
101.3 KDWB and Domino. I'm telling you, the bitch is back. I'm here with Don Michaels. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Where were you working when the song came out?
I don't remember. It's too long ago.
But you didn't say bitch, right?
This is Don Michaels.
And Domino and
Don Blue.
Hey.
Hello. Yeah, I've been in the other room signing some shirts. What are we going to do with these shirts? Have we decided?
We're gonna sell them, Don.
We're going to sell these shirts. Okay, that's how we're going to pay for the trip. We're going to sell the shirts. Can you imagine? Just if we write down the dances that we've done. Here's one. This one would be the Hustle.
The Hustle from circa 1975.
1975
That was the year, yep.
If you...
It's kind of like the...
following the Hustle.
We had the Bump.
The Bump.
That was a good one.
We had the Bounce. We had the Fruit. We had the Hully Gully. We had
the Slide. We had the Swim, the Shovel.
The Electric Slide. We had them all. Let's do it.
Not bad.
Hey, baby.
101.3 KDWB celebrating 35 years, and man, the hour is gone. We got to get out of here. Don Michaels.
And Domino. Thanks for having us. Have yourself a great day.
101.3 KDWB. Michael Jackson. Woo! That was nice. Hi, it's me, Bobby Wild. I haven't been gone very long. I don't know what I'm doing back here, guys. 6 months. 6 months I've been gone, and I'm already back. And I'm already sick of you, all of you. Every one of us. Yeah, every single one. And you know, this is so weird because I am the only person from my era. God, not even 30 yet, and I'm talking about my era. That's here today. And we're going to try to get some people on the phone. Cadillac Jack, I've got to call into him. Hollywood Henderson, Spider Harrison, somebody from the competing station, Alan Cable. Alan was also on KDWB, wasn't he, for a while? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, out there in Woodbury. I've heard stories. But you know what? I want to start off with my show open. A lot of people have told me that the show open kind of did it for me. You know, when I started here at KDWB, I went on the air and played Born to Be Wild for 4 hours in a row. That's how we kicked off the show here. I pretended that I didn't know which buttons to hit, and it was just me being a geek and stupid and everything. But truth was, it was just a stunt, as if you can't believe that. And the show open grew from there, and started my show out the whole time. Of course, when I left here at KDWB, I was doing afternoons, but when I did nights, I started out with energy. We're talking high energy. I was pumped up. I was psyched. After hearing this, I was ready to be on the air.
KDWB FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'm a real wild one. Wild one.
Tonight, I shot it the Caribbean cruise for you. Passes to the premiere of Weird Al Yankovic's new movie UHF. Plenty of Bobby Wild board games to give out, and 12 songs in a row every hour. Nobody plays more music.
That's right.
Here we go.
Bobby Wild.
I'm ready for tonight.
KDWB, get up on it.
It's 101.3 KDWB. Twin Cities' best music? Is that what it is now? Today's best music. Oh, geez, that changes too. It's Bobby Wild. Staff meteorologist Charlie Hackett says high of 63. Pretty nice day. Same for tomorrow. And Cool and the Gang is on now. I started here when I was, 12 years old?
Oh, you know what? I was so sad the day you started. You know why?
Why?
Because I used to love coming in and watch Greg Thunder work at night.
Uh-huh.
And, just to watch him, you didn't have to listen. You could just look at him.
Right, yeah.
And it was fun just to look at him.
Very entertaining. Yeah, I know.
He decides to get this big wig job in New York City.
Yeah.
So you got to let him go,
Mm-hmm.
And they say, oh, this little guy, Bobby Wild. I said, Bobby Wild? But, I grew to love you.
Yeah.
And then you left. Mark Bolke is our program director right now at KDWB. This is your era, Mark. And you set this whole thing up, and it's really cool, and I really love listening to it. But you were like a little phone.
What do you want, Lee?
No, but when did you answer the phones for all these big-time guys that have been on the air?
Starting in 76, 77.
Yeah.
And now look at him. He's our boss.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Well, Mark...
Who's answering the phones today? Just check in about 15 years from now. They'll be program director.
Right.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
And, wow, it's weird how radio works that way.
I know.
And you know what, Mark? There's a thing that I have there. It says, bye...
Very small thing, Bob.
Bye. Thank you very much, Mark. Bye, Brian. Hit that, that thing. Play this thing. Now we had, I was hired here by Brian Phillips.
Yeah.
And he hired you as well, Lee, right?
Yep, he hired me as well, yep.
Yeah, and he was
that
here.
was back in your era.
That was in my era when that happened. And in that era, we went up against WLOL.
Oh, God, remember that?
And Alan Cable. Oh, my gosh.
He'd send us dead plants.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Alan Cable was a freak of nature.
Oh.
Alan couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to be here, really.
Oh, yeah, I know. And Alan, I've got a call into him. Hopefully we'll talk to him later. I mean, since then, we had just all-out war on the air. It was neat. Well, from my era, Lee, if you don't mind, I want to play this Bye Brian thing.
And Brian Phillips is leaving us, and he's going to be very sorely missed. I thought I would call him here and just do a little tribute, if you don't mind, just real quick. He deserves it.
Hello?
Brian Phillips?
Yeah?
It's Bobby Wild.
Hey, man.
And this is your life.
What are you doing, man?
You came to town 3 years ago and fired mini disc jockeys, Brian, which we know you love doing. You then had the brains to hire Steve Cochran, Lee and Wally, Andrea Vincent, Mr. Ed. Well, you can't win them all. Hollywood Henderson, Spider Harrison, Air Jordan, and then your most brilliant move, you hired me. You then made the decision to play 12 songs in a row every hour. Your promotions department, headed by the lovely and talented Paul Williams, wreaked havoc on all competitors with $25,000 shopping sprees, Dream Spree catalog sweepstakes, a cherry red Corvette, star parties, and yes, even Steve Cochran show shirts. You got a speeding ticket for doing 98 and a 55 and pleaded with the officer to make the ticket read 101.3 miles per hour. You put up with people with names like Artie the One-Man Party, Poxy, Joe Mama, and even Scooter. You launched the career of Roxette and ended the career of Alan Cable. Yes, Brian, you've done a lot for Twin Cities Radio in the 3 years you've been here, and you have an ulcer to prove it. In closing, and seriously, Brian, all of us at KDWB will miss you. We wish you the best of luck at your new station in Philadelphia, and although no one knows how things will turn out for you, we do know one thing. You'll be happy to know that there are DJs in Philly who need to be fired, and you're just the guy to do it. We'll miss you, Brian.
Thanks, man. I'm so touched that I'm crying all over myself.
You're going to go puke now, aren't you?
That's very nice. I appreciate that. Hey, Bobby?
Yeah?
Shut up and play some music.
Bobby Wild back after 6 months away in solitary confinement. Oh, it's so nice to be back. It's so nice to be playing this cool music. Spider Harrison!
You're part of Radio Hysterical, not history.
Thank you, Radio Hysteria.
That's right.
Man, you're on the air right now, even as we speak in Tampa, aren't you?
Yeah, lovely Tampa.
Wow.
I got a house 20 minutes from the beach.
Now, how many jobs have you had since you left KDWB? Tell us.
8 or 9.
That's true, isn't it?
Including the week at Burger King.
Yeah.
9.
You went to Philadelphia. You went to, God, where did you go?
Hold on, I got to do a break.
Oh, okay. Let's listen to Spider Harrison on another radio station.
U92, come see about me. Spider-Man with another album, at least 18 of your favorite oldies next.
Hello. Some things never change, man. It's 101.3 KDWB, celebrating 35 years of radio history. One of the most historic guys I know, Cadillac Jack, is on the phone.
Hey!
Cadillac!
Cadillac, you still have that thing?
You want to hear it?
Play later.
Why? What, you gonna tear up on us if we play it now?
How you doing? Go ahead. Put me in the mood.
Okay, go ahead.
Now here's the man who constantly wonders what dirt is made of.
I want your sister.
But she's married and I ain't.
Well, then we just have to dodge husband's bullets.
Oh, man. Memories.
Oh, man, that's right.
That's funny. Cadillac, you were here when I first got here.
Right, and remember the day that we went to my apartment, I tried to give you a little barbecue lesson.
Oh, and, yeah. Cadillac, being a nice guy, I'm new to town. He decides, well, I'll have him over for barbecue. He asked me, you want to come over and we'll barbecue steaks? I say, okay. So we go over there, and why don't you, you're such a good storyteller.
It was an old propane grill that I had, and I had it in the garage, and it had kind of a bad igniter switch on it. So anyway, we sat there, stupidly kept the garage door closed, and I fired up the propane, and it's going for about a good 3 minutes while I'm trying to get a spark to hit off that thing. All of a sudden, kaboom! The top goes off. Bobby hit the ground. I almost killed him on his first day.
There's a flame shooting out of the nozzle of the propane tank. It's going, and Cadillac is down there on his knees, and he's blowing on it. He's going.
Oh man, we almost died together, man.
Well, we would have gotten press. That's what we were looking for.
Let's see, the DJs that were working with us, Humble Billy Hayes, where's he now?
Humble Billy Hayes is doing country music. He's a morning guy. He is in Portland, I think.
Greg Thunder, where's he at?
Greg Thunder is doing country music, and he's doing mornings in Seattle at KMPS.
I guess that's where I'm headed next, right? Country?
Probably so.
Actually, I'm here in New York, baby. If you ever wondered what or whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in New York City, WHTZ.
Oh, beautiful, Cadillac.
D100, New York.
Mr. Ed on the phone.
Whoa.
Good morning. How you doing, Ed?
Even if nobody remembers who I am, I do and you do, and that's...
Yeah, I wish we had the... you played that stupid theme song from Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. How long did you play that before Brian burned it?
Yeah, they pretty much take it off about a year after I got there. You know what? We had a great time. I just want to say happy anniversary and congratulations to everybody who's ever worked there or is working there currently now at KDWB. It was a wonderful and still is a wonderful radio station. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's talked about Hollywood Henderson, who used to do afternoons.
Right.
Is now currently working with me down here in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Doing afternoons.
Yeah. Oh, man. 35 years of radio history. It's Bobby Wild, a part of the last 5.5, I guess. I love playing this song. I love this song. This song is so hot. Man, you guys still play this on a regular basis?
No.
No? Well, you should, damn it. Love it. Van Halen, Jump. It's 101.3 KDWB. 101.3 KDWB, celebrating 35 years of radio history. Part of that history is a guy named Alan Cable.
A very small part.
Well, let's not go into your
I had
anatomy.
a great time. I had the best years of my life in Minnesota at KDWB. It was a blast. I just loved it.
A lot of people know you from KDWB, but you were also on WLOL. You started at KDWB the first time around, right?
Yes, I was there first, and then they got wise to me and got rid of me. And then I had to go across the street to the other restaurant, and they got wise to me there too.
That was one heck of a battle that we had, KDWB and WLOL.
Yeah, after I got on Prozac, everything changed.
Yeah, but I hated your guts for a while.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I got to tell you, the one thing that really put me over the edge with you was when you gave out my home telephone number on the air.
You twisted it around and made it great. You said hi to all the listeners that called you, and if you want to hear a song, please tell me what it is. And you did a great job at counter-espionage.
Well, thank you. That was
excellently done. I was very freaked out by that. My plan did not work.
Oh, Alan, well, it's been great talking to you, man.
I love you, Bobby. You're the best, buddy.
I love you too, man.
And I love everybody at KDWB. Mark and his gang of maniacs. It's a great place, and you guys, I wish you the best of success and have a fantastic weekend. And throw Art Volo out.
Okay, yeah, he's gone. He's gone right now. I'll take care of that. Alan, thanks a lot. Air Jordan.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm just fine. How you doing?
Where are you now?
I'm in Roanoke, Virginia, y'all.
Y'all?
How y'all doing?
And what kind of music are you playing, Jordan?
Garth Brooks, huge. I love him.
Are you playing country?
No.
Oh, okay.
But pretty close.
God, thank God one of us isn't. Oh, jeez. Good morning. We have the other person on the line here. Steve.
You know what? I never actually thought that I would ever appear on this radio station again.
Yeah, now let's be nice.
And I'm sure that the people that run this radio station prayed to God I would never appear on this radio station again, but it's a very special thing, and I just want to say that regardless of whatever happened, I'm still really, really mad. I want to say, and I'm really very serious.
I know.
But I miss Minneapolis unbelievably. It's always going to be my adopted hometown, and happy anniversary to the best radio station I ever worked for. Yep. There's actually an unbelievable Mr. Ed story that's going around now.
Oh, no, we can't tell that one.
Yeah, we can.
No, we can't.
Why can't we?
Because that's
Is it not true?
Well... okay, Steve, go ahead.
All right, here's the story. If you listen to Mr. Ed on KD, Ed was on from, 88 to about 91, I think.
Yeah.
Mr. Ed used to have concert ticket girlfriends. Now, here's what a concert ticket girlfriend is. A concert ticket girlfriend is a girl who listens to the radio and will call and will be your girlfriend if you give her concert tickets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, Ed had a few.
We never had those, by the way.
No, Ed had a few of these, and Ed, over the years, is progressively grown up to the point where he's just, willing to get married tomorrow if the right woman comes along. So anyway, he's been moving around the country at different places, and he's in Dallas, and he's got a great job.
Yeah.
And there was a woman there that he fell in love with, which is great. Mm-hmm. And they got together. Well, over the course of time, the relationship hit a bit of a rocky spot, and she left. Ed gave her a little financial support as she left with the idea, it's my understanding, that they would get back together. Well, she left, and she went back to wherever her home was, and she called him the next day to tell him she was joining the Army. Now, the thing that makes the story funny is, of course, that Mr. Ed is the only guy you and I know that can take a woman with no previous military inclination and send her to Haiti. You know what I'm saying?
I'm feeling love.
Yeah, it's Love Weekend, Steve Cochran.
Right. I listened to it this morning. I just woke up. I was feeling love, and I can't really go into how I was feeling that. But
let's be honest, you had to get up to tinkle when the radio was on.
No, I had a big old Steve.
Wait. Not a whole lot left to say. That was lovely, Bob.
Just one of those little memories.
But Tommy's great. And if I could just real quick, I also want to say thank you very much to Larry Benson for letting me work there as long as he did. And
that's great.
And also Gary Swartz, who I think you'll agree, Bobby. Gary Swartz, who without which that radio station wouldn't have been what it was for the 2 or 3 year big time run that we had. And also good luck to Mark Coleman and Mark Volke, who I don't hear the radio station as much anymore, but I was back last weekend, and I honestly, man, I have not heard KDWB sound as good as I think in a long time as I did last weekend when I was in. So
yeah, well,
obviously still got it going on.
I agree, and you're one classy guy, and I would give you a big old hug if you were here right now, Steve.
Well, you're in San Francisco, and I'm in Chicago, so let's meet like in Oklahoma and do that.
Wanna? 101.3 KDWB. Yeah, That's it. 35 years of radio history. This is Bobby Wild, back for the reunion thing. What a day this has been. We're about ready to wrap things up here fairly quickly, but more coming in just a few minutes. We want to thank Steve Cochran for calling in, Cadillac Jack. We heard from Alan Cable. Man, those names, the time here, just incredible. The station's got so much history. And if you're older and remember the early days with True Don Blue and Don Martin, Bob Lang, and Chuck Buell, and boy, I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are. It's the reunion, 35 years from KDWB. I get stories,
It's kind of cool because the trend that goes is if I leave this place, if I get fired from here, I'll be doing mornings on a country station. Which is very cool because me and Garth would get along.
Oh, that is fun, though, man. I got to tell you.
Yeah, right.
I'm having a great time.
You hate it.
I am.
Shut up.
Well, you have a real good friend that doesn't, and you know how fun it is.
Yeah, it's all right, I suppose, but the music sucks. What are you going to do?
Bobby Wild's wardrobe provided by a garage sale near you. Go ahead. Give us one of those.
Bobby Wild's wardrobe is brought to you by Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, something like that.
And I was listening to that, I'm like, that stuff works in Minneapolis? For the first time since high school, I woke up in the morning.
Yeah.
I woke up,
right,
and I turned the radio on at 9 o'clock, and I heard all these old people take over my radio station. And it was kind of cool. I mean, you guys played some crappy music. I didn't realize that 35 years ago this place was an oldie station.
Yes. I like this.
Okay.
Well, gosh, for everybody that's listened to KDWB throughout the years, thank you very much. Of course, we couldn't have done what we did without you. Thank you. See ya.
KDWB, another 8 in a row. We're doing 52 minutes of music this hour. This is Craig Hunt.
The music leader.
KDWB. Oh, yeah, I'm fired up about the new one from Steve Winwood.
KDWB FM. Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
It's 5 o'clock. They know your car's parked.
Oh, yeah, Al, it's all yours.
Thank you much.
We have one more question, Al.
Shoot.
Why did you switch to all-hit KDWB?
Well, you know, Buck and O'Connor are huge. There's some wild farm animals running around the Twin Cities.
And they're scared, too.
No, it's the babes.
The babes are going wild. Yeah. Well, that was a good try anyway.
Animals?
8:49 at all-hit KDWB.
All-hit KDWB, Twin Cities original hit music station with Domino. Be here Friday morning because we'll start handing out tickets to the Don Henley concert coming up June 28th at the Civic Center Forum. Buck and O'Connor, I'll tell you, some guys have all the luck. You know what I mean?
Some guys have all the luck. What's happening at KDWB?
Hey, it's me, Hollywood Henderson, and the KDWB Party Patrol at T-Birds for Ladies' Night starts at 9 o'clock. Lots of prizes, so we'll be looking for you. Also, listen to the Steve Cochran Show. Win passes to the KDWB Miller Genuine Draft Brew Cruise on the Queen of Excelsior. Get details at 340-101.3. Get you back to the Twin Cities Best Mix. New Paula Abdul coming up.
And listen to the Steve Cochran Show when passes the KDWB Miller Genuine Draft Brew Cruise on the Queen of the Queen of Excelsior.
Well, you take these endorsements seriously, don't you?
We do.
It's called Didn't You Used to Be David Cassidy?
Is it really?
Yeah.
What a great title. That's great.
You got to have a sense of humor about it.
Yes, you do.
Come on, and God knows with my career, I certainly have.
How do you do, sir?
Good morning, darlings. This is Eva Gabor, and I want to say good morning to John.
Eva Gabor, man, is she hot. KDWB.
Nobody plays more music. KDWB.
Yeah. Lee just de-pants me in front of everybody.
I did not. Tell him who did. Tell him who did. No.
Well, you know what?
Pete?
We've got Art Volo, radio's best friend in the studio, and she thought she had to pull off some antic. She took my pants off in front of everybody.
To you, Pete. You know who did it?
No, you did it.
No, I was out of the room. I came in and Pat was playing with him.
Hey, listen, that did not happen.
Good morning from Mike Butts. I'm Mr. Ray.
It's me, John London.
That's Charlie Foxman.
This is Michael Christian. 35 years of radio history.
KDWB, and I'm Chuck Buell. I got
KDWB and John Sebastian.
KDWB. This is Humble Billy Hayes.
Friday afternoon with Michael Knight.
48 with Smoke and Joey.
35 years of radio history.
I am the true Don Blue.
Hi, Craig Hunt. KDWB, Kevin Tyler.
35 years of radio history.
It's David Lee on the air right now at KDWB.
KDWB with Buck and O'Connor.
Your boy Wonder, Greg Thunder, stuck to the air chair.
35 years of radio history.
KDWB.
Thanks for watching and reliving the KDWB 35-year reunion. Share this tape with your friends. And most importantly, keep your FM radio dial where it always should be. 101.3 KDWB.